So Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes had their contract signing last week on SmackDown. And of course, this would be the night that Randy Orton would turn heel, and it was so good. Now, of course, no matter what role he's playing, whether it's a face or a heel, I will always love Randy Orton. He's my favorite wrestler of all time. But do you go to Wingstop for burgers? I mean, technically you could if they made them, but no, you go for wings. Would you call Michael Bay for a romance movie, or would you call Tom Cruise for a horror film? Randy Orton is just in his element as a heel, and his display that he put on Friday Night SmackDown was the perfect example of that. But let's get into the actual segment itself. And this is why I cannot fully get behind the entire American Nightmare persona of Cody Rhodes. Like, Cody was propping up or glazing Randy way too much in this segment for me. I literally felt myself cringing the entire time. This is the man that you are facing at WrestleMania for your title. And he's over here excited like a kid in a candy store. Sir, do you know who you are dealing with? Because Randy does not care about any of that, as we can tell. In the words of one of the greats, The Miz, whatever happened to when people hated each other? I promise you, you do not have to win the Nobel Peace Prize in order to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, okay? I promise you, it is okay. And when I look at all of the characters of Cody Rhodes prior to the American Nightmare, I personally think that those are better personas. My personal favorites being the undashing Cody Rhodes and the era that was after that, where he was the Intercontinental Champion. But even Stardust, and look, I know a lot of people have their own opinions and perceptions of Stardust. Cody Rhodes himself has stated how he does not care for Stardust. And I even think he said it was part of the reason as to why he left the WWE in the first place. But I personally enjoyed Stardust. And I say all of that to say, while Randy is one of the greatest heels of all time, and I can understand the pull of wanting to make him heel again, I am on the side of Cody's character would be way more compelling if he were to turn heel and just go Homelander. And when I say that, I'm not putting a time frame on it. It could happen realistically later on because we all know about WWE's long-term storytelling, right? But even when you look at the two's history, especially with their time in Legacy, because if we're just being honest, Legacy is our main source of story in this feud leading up to WrestleMania. Randy was a mentor to Cody. He took Cody and of course Ted DiBiase Jr. underneath his wing. Cody wanted to be like Randy, and in a lot of those matches that Randy had, he had success because of Legacy. He even said that Cody Rhodes was basically acting as his babysitter at that time.
He puts me over for taking under my wing when he was brand new. He drove me around town to town. But like, Cody probably is responsible for getting me town to town safely for a good 3 years of my career. Like, where if it wasn't for him, I might not be here right now.
And when it came to the dynamic of Legacy, Randy Orton being the leader or mentor and Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes being the subordinates, it wasn't like Randy Orton was just this upstanding leader. If anything, I would describe him as a tyrant. And that, in my opinion, is why a heel turn from Cody Rhodes would benefit his character. And this is the perfect person to do it against. I am of the belief that you do not have to have a clear face or a clear heel in every single story you tell. We have had tweeners like Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and I think the biggest example probably would be Stone Cold Steve Austin. We have had heels versus heels, we've had faces versus faces, and I just think that it could open up more possibilities. Plus, I think that Cody and Randy are in a very unique spot right now because nobody is really booing Randy, even though he's supposed to be the so-called heel in this situation. And even though Randy has tapped back into those voices, you can really tell that he's not all in on it. You can even see by Randy Orton's mannerisms that he does not want it to be Cody. Randy was pausing in between his assault to Cody and was holding him like a little baby in his arms and had this look on his face like, oh, I just don't want to do this. And before that, Randy even says this wasn't supposed to be you. It was supposed to be Drew that was out here. So if Cody Rhodes were to turn heel, it would be even more of a great gray area, and I don't think that would be bad at all. You can let them do whatever they want to do and experiment without the boundary of having to be liked or trying to get booed or trying to make them fit in some sort of mold. But that's just how I feel. You guys let me know how you feel in the comments. Should Cody Rhodes possibly go Homelander, or should he stay the American Nightmare? Do you think the WWE pulled the trigger too fast on Randy Orton turning heel, or was it perfect timing? Like, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content, and I'll see you guys later.